It's time to quit while we're ahead. Don't think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you don't believe, don't you be like that. I will love you forever. If you don't believe in me, yeah.
You could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're you and me. You're you and me. You could be around, but
You could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're you and me. You're you and me. You could be around, but you could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're you and me. You're you and me.
you could be around, but
You could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're you and me. You're you and me. Said, don't you think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you only believe me, don't you think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you don't believe in me,
you could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're you and me. You're you and me. You could be around, but
You could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're you and me. You're you and me.
Hello, everybody! Timing was slightly off on that swap, but hey, it's all a-okay. Hello, John. Hello, Erms. Hello, Cinta. How's everybody doing this fine, feathered day on this lovely little YouTube channel of mine? We are all here, doing our fucking best. And by fucking best, I mean, oh my god. So, my Wednesday was good. I'm glad your Wednesday was good. I have discovered some things. So, how do I put this, politely? I have started, taking down the notes and the pre-production for the Ace Attorney rewrite. It's gonna be a massive project. Who knows if I'll get it done this year? That being said, I have discovered some things rather dire about our titular protagonist and why exactly he had a best friend that came out of the fucking blue. As it turns out, Apollo Justice is quite literally one of the best protagonist self-insert characters I've ever seen, because he has what I can only describe as the illusion of a personality. He is just sassy enough and just vague enough to be considered his own person, but he could widely be considered the everyman. And when I was writing down, like, character notes for him, I ran into a problem. Because Phoenix, easy. He's wise beyond his years, confident. He carries himself with the fucking swagger of someone who's been doing this for a long time, and he rarely gets caught off guard. He is a brilliant mentor. Athena empathetic to a fault, really wants to do her best. Fucking Blackquill, sassy, sardonic, jailhouse rock motherfucker. Apollo? What is he? I played an entire game under this man, and I don't know who he is. Like, was Phoenix the same way in his own game? Like, I'm looking at Apollo and I'm like, what are his most recognizable features? I'm drawing a fucking blank here. My man is a piece of wood. So, yeah, that's the current situation. Hi, Kyrie. How's it going? Welcome. I'm going over the fact that the titular title character of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy is about as interesting as, I was gonna say my desk, but even my desk has a frame on it. So, you know, yes. So during the biggest problems in the Ace Attorney rewrite, it would probably be that I'm gonna have to figure out something to fill Apollo Justice in with. Because, I'm gonna be honest, the, pulling a dead friend out of your ass trope? I don't like it. I want to change it. If I'm going to be fucking fan-fictioning my way through this entire game, I need to come up with something that Apollo likes. Some interests, some fucking hobbies outside of his job and of the fact that he has a family we forgot about. So, yeah, it's gonna be one of those, trials and tribulations. We're gonna be... So here's hoping I get something to stick with when, doing the rewrite of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. 'Cause, oh my, oh boy, this is gonna be a trip, and I don't know exactly where I'm gonna take it, so hey. Yep, let's get into it. Let's just get right into it. Cosmic Turnabout. Let's go. Let's go look for, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, I don't think I registered this last week, but, what? What is this? It looks like a seahorse, but has the body of a fucking cow. We're at a space center. What the? Lock neck sea. It does have a long neck. You are right. Anyway, December 19th, Cosmos Space Center Boarding Lounge. So, this is where Mr. Terran was murdered.
Yeah, here's the lounge. Let's see that diagram that the police made again. Right now, we're in the main building, here on the right side on the 3rd floor. Mr. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from launch pad 1 after the explosion.
Hey, you there! No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Oh, sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Get a Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright's here, huh? Oh yeah, he's in Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk.
Oh, leave it to me. I'm getting intel at Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
So, getting Launchpad 1 corridor. We just have to go through the door with a big blue rocket on it, I think.
Wait, that door. Looks awfully familiar. Yeah, it's this one.
Oh, good on there, boss. It's the door that Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad.
Ah, that explains it.
The fingerprint system's been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through.
How do you know this?
Now come on, let's go.
Yep. Glad we had this conversation. Ah, hello, robot. Even in space, safety first. Ah, lovely. Ahem.
December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, Launchpad number 1 corridor.
So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used their escape. Yep,
Yep, is there any thing connecting Launchpad 1 to the main building?
I see the police tape down on the other end. I guess we won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there.
Of course, safety first. That's why we're investigating Moida.
What should I do? Oh, which path is the path of justice?
Hey, seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor's a straight shot.
Oh, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here's a little rocket for sightseeing.
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any further intel to share?
Boss, if you're extra reluctant to give us information, we're in with the whatever shall we do. I'm still full for it. Got it?
Are we trying to catch an unruly familiar family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? Alright. I'll gladly share some with you.
What just happened?
Detective and lawyer seeking the truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me. You info bandits, I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
Sure, dog. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
Oh, that's an easy one. I'll let them know, I'll let them over there, I'll let them over there, know to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content and make a week if you need. A month even. I shall have some snacks delivered, or one of my men give me a neck rub.
No, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Phoenix, what the fuck are you talking about? You have never met this man! Ever!
Detective Fulbright's acting sickeningly sweet is kind of gross, actually. You think he hit his head or something?
Who knows? And whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. What's up with you? You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective?
Oh, that's right. I was here on a high security assignment.
Are police so required to secure rocket launchers now? I didn't know that.
Yes, well, you know us. Serve and protect. Ho, 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 ho! The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Okay, interesting. Cyclops? Could you tell us more about what happened?
Oh, of course, the bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one in launch pad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed visitors and employees to use the evacuate the shelter.
The shelter?
Oh, that's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center.
Wonder if we should check there.
It's there for accidents and emergencies alike.
So, where were you when the first bomb went off?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I'll tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so that we couldn't go that way.
Then, was it impossible to get down the basement shelter?
No, we lowered the emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable. But at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed for the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal, but climbing down the emergency ladder sounds kind of fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Now wait just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay?
Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash too.
Well, never mind that. Ho! I thought you should know that there was a witness.
Okay. Could you tell us more about this witness?
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
So, she was looking in the crime scene from the outside?
Well, that's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what exactly she saw yet, though.
You don't, but that's the most important thing of all.
Ho ho ho! Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere around here at the Space Center. You might even run into her.
Why? Didn't the bomb go off yesterday? What the fuck is she still doing here? Doesn't she have a life? A 4th? Oh, it's an employee. Whoops, I missed that part. 4th floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright.
Gee, you sure are being cooperative, detective. Little too cooperative, even.
Yes, well, actually, something you can't talk about? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now.
You know, in a game so overly catchphrase heavy, I'm surprised he didn't say his catchphrase.
What was that all about?
Something's definitely going on. I'm gonna get out of him next time I see him.
Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. We'll just have to... Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge.
Alright, anyway, back to the fucking scene of the crime. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. Boarding lounge.
You too. Detective Fulbright is granted you permission to investigate. I also suggest bring up some snacks for you and give you a neck rub too if you like.
I heard that's alright, but thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? This is the lounge on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes the third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and look for trace of this third person then.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make it our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. It's just so big.
Don't worry. We can use this to help us.
The Space Center pamphlet for tourists?
Yep, picked it up at the entrance. Maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. Map in the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Oh yeah, That's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier.
Yay, map.
Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down in third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing.
Yep, he said the line. And by the line, I mean the Columbo reference.
What's that strange creature moving outside the window?
Oh, boss. It's just a holographic image.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Phew, that's a relief.
There should be a button somewhere to turn the room image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway.
Only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it?
Oh, what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues.
Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
It's just a curve, Phoenix.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin a table, your chair spin too.
Why would anybody want to have something like that here?
Oh, for astronauts to have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins.
Yep. Well, hold on, I'm getting a call. One sec. Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. Okay, that was a very important call. I'm glad I took it. I was like, who's calling me at this hour? As it turns out, it is the person who's offering me a job. So, you know, good shit to have. But yes. So, with that being said, sorry about that, everybody. I did not mean to leave you in the lurch for that long. But important business calls are very important, you know? So, where was I? Hooray. It would help if you could see the video game that I am playing for you. That's kind of important, wouldn't you say? Welcome back for real. Yeah, sorry. The other screen doesn't loop. Tangent Town doesn't loop. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway. Again, no problem. Businesses are business, friend. Yes, yes. Hopefully I don't keep that accent going.
It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and the body.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle zero-G? At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature.
Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what the surface looked like.
I don't know, I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that!
Ah.
I was trying to figure out what... My chair was sitting funkily.
Oh, it did make quite a bit of news there when the probe came back.
Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. Went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there.
What do you mean, even aliens? Also, what do you mean these fucking tables spin? Is that a fucking, like, tube? Do you drink that?
No matter how long I look at it, I can't... all I can think of is that this is a torture device. But I guess this is a training device for getting used to zero-G. Uh-oh, Athena's has gone, has that odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about wanting to try that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just muscle out me.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look up there.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Some kind of fragment stuck in tight. Oh, what's that? Was that the, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank.
Its color looks familiar. Do you think it's part of an oxygen tank?
I think you're right, but if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong.
Must be wrong!
And this proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge.
So Apollo was right. Assuming the modem wasn't a launch pad. There you go, Apollo.
But that opens up a much bigger question as to, when the fuck they climbed down the ladder.
A window, and it's right next to the holographic image too. I bet it's here to help people to see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality.
Way off, it says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire.
Oh, see, it's putting out the virtual insanity of reality.
Virtual insanity.
Looks like there's 3 doors that music? Where did music go? Have I gone deaf? No, I can still hear my melodious sounds of my voice, so no. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! Space Center pamphlet. We're here in the place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy.
People usually say west, east, and south. In this case, like this, you know?
Details. Anyway, look at the door to the west door. That's the door with the rocket icon that leads to Launchpad 1. I know here because it says on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor.
Flawless logic, Athena. So that's where we were when the detective, yeah. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right, next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon that signifies communication, aka the control room.
Yep, definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with the rockets and probes in space from there. So it's a center of a space center center, if you will.
Does everyone start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while?
But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time.
I always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room. And since we're here...
Oh, I'd like to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. I want to keep curious kids like you out. Also, the door's protected with fingerprint recognition. Only Director can go in.
With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena.
So apparently the lock is also hooked up to the backup generator in case of emergencies.
Okay. Okay, what about the last door?
It's the lower door. Oh, excuse me. I mean, the south door? It leads to the elevators.
People go up, robots go down.
This is the door we came through when we entered.
This is the door we came through when we entered the room, right?
Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion.
Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding lounge.
Thanks. Understanding the layout of this lounge should help us understand the case. Hey, whoa! There's a crack in the glass here. That's why I thought we better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Excuse me, I was not done looking at the pods. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session.
Wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? Didn't do a thing.
It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. What's on this one? These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're here for recovery and training sessions. I was gonna say it looks cracked, but I guess it's just like that. Okay, well, give me the remote. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons here on it.
Oh, just push it. It's the invariable principle of buttons.
There are such things as buttons left unpushed.
Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared.
Yeah. Thought that side of the wall seemed kind of barren without it now. Let's see if we can find anything new with the image off.
Oh, a mirror. How thoughtful of them to put it here.
Thoughtful.
How some ladies can fix their makeup. Oh, one's appearance is just as important as it is in space as it is on Earth. You know? You never know when you're gonna run into some other life forms after all.
I doubt anyone who thinks that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. With the holographic image off, the screen seems completely black, which
for some reason, makes me think of losing an argument with Professor Blackwell in court. But at least it got my brain revved up. I've come up with my best ideas at times like these.
Okay, so I saw the crack earlier, but now it's cracking, crack-a-lacking.
Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this.
Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena.
Is it?
That's pretty big. Whoever shot this must have been using a pretty large gun.
You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say it was fired from a regular pistol.
Well, whatever size it was, someone fired a gun in here, right?
Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet anywhere around here?
Nah, police might have taken it down.
Bullet hole, out of the court record. That is not what that looks like.
Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later.
Camera.
This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts in making their escape.
Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with a love and peace.
If you're done now, shall we move on?
Yeah, okay. Let's just on for the road. Peace!
Very mature.
Yep, nothing special there. Door.
Let's see, this door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. The door is the corridor, leads to launch pad 1. Oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna keep repeating myself.
So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right?
They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time.
They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing besides the door must be the fingerprint recognition device.
Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
Oh, the notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through the door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are a few precautions. There are precious few with clearance to do so.
Then, does this mean the bomber's prints were verified by the system? And the number of authorized personnel was supposedly really small.
Voila! Voila! Fingerprint powder, brought just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. Just been itching for a chance to use it.
Wow, way to think ahead.
Now let's test the fingerprints and recognition device and see what we can find.
Now let's then.
Yep. You got it. Now sprinkle some here and put a little...
Oh, I thought we were gonna get a minigame out of that.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Oh, it's only a single set of prints.
Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these were. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Right, and there's security footage of this door too.
Yeah, there is. I came from the court the other day.
Wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit.
Oh, because it would be right before the murder, wasn't it? Let's ask the detective. When the music's in, he'll probably shout it to us right away.
No, he's almost in too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. You guys have to put your hand on this hand mark.
Well, I guess we could try. Now let's line my hand up to the outline.
Don't, Athena. This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named as a suspect.
Oh, how can you be so cruel to a girl like me? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not buying those. Cheers, Missy. There's a big red button over here.
What about these knobs for? Looks like the knob above a stove.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a stained glass pane. What kind of a stove requires a knob security like this?
Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was a stove, the burner would be off.
Right, if it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for.
Some 10 by an old bird. That's not a stove. How about a rocket engine?
If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in.
Oh, I guess all we can say for now is it's a mystery nub.
Oh, I'm curious about the trash thing over here. Mostly.
What's this? A trapdoor?
That's a trash chute. Cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here.
The robots do the cleaning. What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in the science fiction movies.
No way, all the robots there are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in Launchpad 1 corridor? I think I say hi if you want.
Why is that not evidence? That's a trash chute. That could be big.
Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says.
Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity's weak on the moon, so I bet I could do some mid-air somersaults.
We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling.
Oh, well, at least I could jump really high.
There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, do not jump too high.
Oh, what good is this saying?
Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon?
Up. Something shiny.
Hey, something shiny down there.
Let's take this cover off then.
What the fuck are you doing all the way over here?
What's this? Looks like a metal jelly bean.
It's really small, but it's a bullet. Only about 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see, it would make the caliber .10?
Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right?
Yeah, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before. Bullet must be for a special kind of gun.
But if you try firing a bullet this small with a regular size gun, it would just fall right out.
Yeah, must have been a really small gun.
So like a Derringer?
Wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left of the south side of the door according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe police didn't look here.
Yeah, leave Detective Fulbright to accidentally just hand us the card we needed.
Bullet! Discovered in a gutter that runs along the south of the wall bordering the lounge. It was fired from a .10 caliber handgun. Interesting. Oh, right, the body. I was like, what else have I not seen? Oh, right, the body outline.
So this is where they discovered Clay.
Yeah, he was already dead when I found him. Let's take a look at the photo.
So he was stretched out like this, and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos?
That's the thing Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said it contains asteroid samples.
Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the HAP-1 launched.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see?
Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay?
There we go.
Welcome to the Space Center guests. Welcome.
Yikes! What in the world?
My name is Ponko. P-O-N-C-O, Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you.
It's a robot.
I am not a robot. I am Ponko.
Oh, you're gonna be the witness, aren't you?
Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O, Ponko.
Well, I'm glad that cleared things up.
Oh Oh, Funko, I've missed you.
Do you know this thing, Athena?
She, showed us around last time I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Funko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you. I am so happy. So very happy.
Oh, God, Robot, that's pretty cool. My name's Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I do not know you. I don't know you.
Huh? Ouch, that one hurt.
She has to register paid for teammates for the first time. Please register in, Punko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix.
Not overly familiar, but I'll allow it.
Phoenix, please let me take a good look at your face.
Sure.
Registering. Facial recognition sequence complete. We are officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix.
Huh. This robot's pretty cute.
You made a friend, bro. Boss ain't that great. Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss.
Go where?
Okay. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center Space Museum. Aliens? Guys, I think you're a bit too... Okay, it's fine.
Wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real?
Welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat 1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but the same size as the real one.
The Space Museum.
Oh, the Space Museum. Oh, it is on a map.
Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1.
Thank you, Pamphlet. I'm glad.
Ask me anything, I will explain.
Sure.
This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see a rocket up close.
This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat 1, inside and out.
Yeah?
It's the little brother. The Hat 2 was supposed to launch the other day.
Wonder if Punko knows why the launch was cancelled.
Over there is the exhibit of the launch 7 years ago. Check it out.
Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's that a photo of?
Phoenix, that's the staff of the Hat 1 project.
Which one of you is a murderer?
Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and different.
Oh, and that's...
What is it, Athena? Something wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young too, that's all.
Well, it was 7 years ago, after all, so the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck...
He's Clyde Tarrant, the victim.
I'm gonna make a fucking wild assumption here. This is gonna go fucking nowhere, probably. But knowing this game, it could be anything. This woman right here is wearing yellow. Therefore, she is Athena's mother. And this is her wife. It's probably just as she was seeing Clay.
So, they were mentor and protege even way back when? And he's even got one of the staff jackets. He just looks like a regular member.
No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets.
Okay, that makes sense. They would have still been in high school 7 years ago.
That is a tall high schooler.
Everybody looks so happy. The Space Museum is great. What fantastic exhibits.
This area is used to be a launch pad too. That is why the entrance is only on the 3rd floor.
Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead?
There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of budget cuts. Budget cuts, budget cuts. We need more money, money.
We'll record that kind of information into a guide robot.
Out in space, they had one launched to a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago.
That's what Director Cosmos said too. He also came back the day before Clay was killed.
And here it is, the Hope space probe.
I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's on the capsule the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report.
Yep.
Maybe she'll give me some info if I show it to her.
Maybe she'll give me some info if I show her the victim who got stabbed.
The way the spaceport launch pad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it, would you?
The setup of the launch pad. Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind.
Oh, I wanna know! I wanna know! Phoenix wants to know too!
Great. Now Athena's got a case of the Poncotus.
Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launch pad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launch pad over the rails and brought into position at the launch site.
That's a lot more work than just moving the rocket to the launch site.
Isn't that cool, isn't it? We used to have a big budget, and that is how we could build it.
I see you had a big budget and reckless spending. Water. I spilled some water on my pant.
It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year. Myself included.
I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to be first disengaged.
I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures.
Oh, I'd love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold.
And because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable.
Ah, well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry. The answer isn't in my answer database.
Why? I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions.
Hey, you want to see a dead body?
Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right?
Checking. Registered data. I know. It is the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe.
It contained asteroid samples, right?
Yes, it was designed to store samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe inside the safe in Launchpad 1 since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. Don't worry, Punker. People in charge already know what happened. They do. I must ask them later.
So the capsule is being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry you to safety after the explosion?
I suppose certain staff must have been really excited to get the capsule back. But it's a pity the incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents.
Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait just a little longer. Hope capsule added to the court record. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum.
Thank you, Punko. You've explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
And you're like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently.
Oh, it's because Punko is just so friendly.
Well, what should we investigate next?
Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about.
Let's see. Security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay, let's go back to Launchpad 1 corridor.
Bye, Punko. See you later. Come again. Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop.
Poor Punko. What a Dickinson life we are all forced to lead. Alright. Back to the corridor.
December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, Launchpad 1 corridor.
Oh, what should I do? Oh, which path is the path of justice?
There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor.
Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood then as well.
If he doesn't cooperate, I'll just have to use my powers on him.
You mean that lady in distress bit? We found a bullet hole in the wall of the crime scene. Oh, you did! Our team found that too. It was Detective Army who fired that bullet. Detective Army? Well, that's right. A warning shot for the defendant. Was it really such a high-threatening situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details. That was with Detective Army gone and all.
But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together.
We already know Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be all about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. I hope it goes down easy.
Fingerprint data.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Oh yes, I just happen to have a complete data of everyone's prints related to the case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though.
Whoa, he's got Apollo in my prints. I even got prints for all the robots.
I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep.
Place fingerprints are here too.
Person removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all.
Still can't believe you took the glove off to get his fingerprints.
Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important to the case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, we completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, take this picture. Might come in handy. Isn't that just a photo of Launchpad 1 door? Yep, Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in that for some reason. Huh, what's so important about this door? Beats me, but boy, could you see gears in his head going to hyperdrive for that. Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow.
Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss.
Right, Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now? Oh, you just leave it to me, and just as we trust. Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. He must have opened it when they went through to go board the rocket.
Oh, his heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for a space adventure right then.
Hooray! Okay, bullet.
Something lost and found, I'll be sure to take care of it.
No, this is an important piece of evidence. Glad we... Yep. Lovely.
The victim went through all that trouble to save the defendant. And then he was mercilessly killed. Is there no justice in the world?
Justice was trampled underfoot that day.
Oh, that's right. Acts of justice and selfishness are not always rewarded. It pains me to say it, but I've come to realize the truth of that recently.
Sounds like his personal philosophy are going through a midlife crisis.
When the explosion occurred, everyone was on the verge of panic. But the important thing was that no one from the general public was hurt. And it was all thanks to the evacuation effort we headed up.
After that, you escaped the building yourself as well, right?
Me escape? Nonsense. I want to run straight towards that blast. It was the other detectives who tried to stop me. We gotta get you somewhere safe, sir, they said.
Maybe you should take your own evacuation order more to the heart next time, Detective. Right, the video. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the boarding lounge 1 camera.
Oh, that footage. Go ahead and ask me anything you want about it.
Is there any way I could see just a little bit more of the part after this?
Easy as pie. I'll be glad to show you. Here we go.
Huh? The screen went blank.
Yep, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there is no footage after this point. Ho ho ho!
Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? Interesting. Something definitely seemed to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative.
Well, I just figured if we work together now, we get much closer to justice, right?
But it seems like something's been really bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motives, do you?
Oh, what are you thinking about? Why would I ever do anything like that?
Oh shit, psych locks. Wow. It's been a while, but those are definitely psych locks.
Hmm? Did you just mouth psyched? Something I should be psyched about?
No, psych locks. The system locks of the secrets of a person's heart. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this Magatama. Why are we telling him this? Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding.
But, Mr. Wright? How much did they, bilk you out of that, for that piece of rock? If you might have been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to.
I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much. It isn't some kind of fraud, it really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Let me show you. I'm going to just save. I don't think this is going to damage me. But hey, you never know. Why you're being cooperative? I think you're hiding something, Detective, so why don't you just tell us about it?
Oh, what to do? Which is the path of justice?
Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this issue is he's so torn up over. Justice. I really want to understand what's bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosion occurred, everything was just fine.
Is that a fact?
Yep, peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling happy tunes as they did their job. You've never seen a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch.
I don't think the guard detail was relaxed as you claim, as long as this exists. Bullet?
There must be something wrong with my sunglasses today. Aren't you presenting me, you aren't presenting me as evidence, are you?
He's making fun of me.
It's just as I said. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine.
Oh yeah, riot police. Before the explosion, what was supposed to happen here with the rocket launch? And yet, security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail.
No, hold on, just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I called in a special security detail.
As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of the detail from the outset. Detective Army specializes in bomb cases. And the fact that she was here on hand means that that people knew there was a possibility of a bombing would occur.
Oh, you got me, Mr. Wright.
Wow, that was the easiest psych lock I've ever fucking done.
Alright, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the planned launch went ahead in spite of the threat.
But why? Why would they plan to do that if someone got killed?
Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward isn't exactly just, was it?
How was the warning delivered?
By phone, directly to Director Cosmos. Oh, but the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps.
That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset.
Oh, but it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well.
Prosecutor Blackwell? As well as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties.
Oh, that's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Albright, please tell us everything you know.
Okay, we're getting Blackwell's backstory. His black story.
Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Oh, never mind that. What rules but things to be broken, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular.
I think I guessed that much.
So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering about it.
So, you went to Waida?
No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder.
Yeah, it would have to.
But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years past?
What is it with this series in 7 years?
The Phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variety either, I gather.
Haunted. Oh. Haunted for 7 years, not hunted. This Phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who he was talking about?
Not a clue. But he seems to think that this Phantom is behind the whole incident somehow.
Wait a minute. He thinks there may be a connection to the case.
Yep. This case has had way too many similarities that happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at the very Space Center too. And both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom. Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago, that's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case that started the whole dark age of the law.
What? Please elaborate how a murder trial started fraudulent lawyer activities.
So you see, this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why he'd think that. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past, it's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here.
Yeah, we've had zero buildup.
This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly be Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during last trial, you know?
Oh, wow, look at that.
The prosecutor appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet, I'm not quite ready yet.
Yeah. Ah! No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is the Phantom. But I do get the feeling he thinks that the defendant has ties to him. Which is why he's acting impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not really justice. I've always trusted Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought and all about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. Never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This might well be why he's been acting so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm gonna be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't.
Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you.
I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give into his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court.
You really care about what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective?
Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either.
I was hoping you'd say that. I'm really grateful to you two. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago.
Oh, really? Let's go find him, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find a perfect piece of evidence for you. In Just As We Trust. On 3, 2, 3. In Just As We Trust. Okay, later.
There he goes.
Wait, weren't we supposed to say in Just As We Trust back there too?
Let's go see that witness now.
Alright, Space Center entrance it is.
December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance.
The witness must be around here somewhere.
Oh, lovely. It's another robot.
Hello, hello.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot.
Hello. Come over here. Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Cloco. Shall I guide you, guide you? I don't know why, but I think this robot's kind of freaking me out.
Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Oh. Can you do that to me?
Again, I've had it up to here with you, hunk of junk.
Gah. I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen?
Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on the trash today. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? I'm, and I'm Phoenix Wright, lead attorney for this case. How do you do?
Is that a gun, a drill, or a needle?
Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackwhip.
Wife or daughter?
I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackwell? Could she be... And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk.
My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonko. That's mean, Miss Aura.
Oh, quit complaining, your model number is Bonko too.
Gah, but Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonko.
Quit just squawking already.
No, what are you doing? No, don't.
There. Bet you won't be talking back now.
Gah, I will obey completely.
Yikes. Better watch, what wires I cross with this one.
Why is why is he into samurai shit and you're a nerd? Okay, you're both technically nerds, but...
Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession?
You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is...
Shut up. Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know,
sister. Hey, I'd like to know your little brother, but I'd like to know you even more.
Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? Oh, what a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena being shy? This is a new.
She loves attractive women.
Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Oh, what do you think, hunk of junk?
Gah, Miss Aura, that hurts.
I'm asking the question. Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk?
But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you ordered me to speak.
I told you never talk back to me. You're worth more as a scrap. Robot abuse, heart attacks, Blackwell family life must be interesting. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with.
Why the fuck was everyone interested in the clown girl when oh, this one exists?
So you're the person who witnessed the incident? Oh, that's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building. The robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators. So I lowered the emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Oh, but it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladder in the other rooms? Must have been a very troubling experience. Probably just, best to just humor her here. Then, as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge window, on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it. So, you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed. There's no time for just non-repeat. So you ran into the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime. That's right, there was a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who that person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor, on that floor, and there was only a tiny window. I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder? Yes, I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife, and... it happened precisely at 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features?
Damn it, why doesn't this actually give me the fucking time of death?
I already told you, it was pitch black in there, although... I did notice a lighter that the person had in their left hand. Pretty ornate on it. Looked like a planet. It was blue, like it had a little Earth emblem. They're good taste in knickknacks, anyway. An Earth emblem on the lighter. Better remember that.
Remember the lighter with an Earth emblem on it in their left hand and the knife in their right.
Thank you for the statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocence with it. Oh, yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. It's just I detest lawyers, that's all. What don't you like about lawyers? Oh, it's just an... instinctive dislike. You can dislike me all you want. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. Oh.
Ah, I see. The I hate lawyers as in I hate defense attorneys. Okay.
That didn't make me feel any better, actually.
So, why do you hate defense attorneys so much?
Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. They lie. They're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better, even sad sacks like this one. Hey, you there! Look alive!
Yes, here I go. The ultimate robot with amazing processing power. I'm a vacuum medium under pressure.
Alright, that's not funny. You got a little too carried away.
What was I doing?
Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries.
Can you say such things? Feeling emotions worrying about things we care about. That's what makes us human.
Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human. You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought, that's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind.
Oh, can I punch you, boss?
Get a hold of yourself, Athena. Oh, humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Oh, poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust a legal system, So do you just trust not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system? What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter? But even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Because I'd much rather kill them myself.
You can't be serious.
That thing you're wearing around your neck.
This?
Around Athena's neck. Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her royal what? She talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court trials tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos? Yeah, that's right. You poor things. You better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart.
What?
He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. There's a lot of skeletons in his closet. But it's your problem, so why should I care?
It is a needle.
What? That's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just... Splendid. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore.
Phoenix. Phoenix, you spent 7 years trying to undo the mess that the legal system put you in. If anyone can sympathize with her, it's you!
She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem pretty down.
Oh, I just can't believe that she said all those things.
Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show this whole time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricating evidence and false indictments on the news all the time.
You mean that old Dark Age of the Law nonsense? Oh, I'm sick of hearing about that.
Yeah, maybe they should come up with a new fucking name for it. Or, you know, describe it in other words that aren't the Dark Age of the Law. We heard about it more in the last trial than we did for the last 7 years.
Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing.
Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree.
Maybe it's time we went back and saw Mr. Starbuck.
Good idea. We should tell him about it and Miss Blackwell's statement.
Alright then, next stop, the detention center.
December 19th, detention center visitors room. My lawyers are here. Must be bad news.
Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape.
Oh, really? So then they're gonna let me go?
Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person.
No, I should have known. My stars never aligned just right, too.
Oh, but we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it.
A lighter with an Earth emblem? Oh!
Did you remember something?
Yep, I sure did. Just a little bit, though.
Anything at all would help, so please, tell us what you remember.
I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments.
That's huge. Do you remember seeing anything?
A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness.
Good, good. What else did you see? Was it nearby?
I was definitely in the boarding lounge, so there must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering.
A dark shadow. That must have been... the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more than helping you know.
If we can prove that there was a third person at the scene, and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion.
The key will be to whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus. I should probably tidy up the evidence a bit before someone makes mistakes me for a hoarder. Relevant evidence tidied up.
Now that we've got a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance?
someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic.
Oh, we're actually back here. December 19th, Write Anything Agency. Oh, is this when Apollo's gonna quit?
So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial? Oh, good for you, Daddy.
Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is.
Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote's to Eldine's news. Oh, Apollo.
Ah, Jacket. Good to see you.
What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine. I'm done lying around.
Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me. Apollo. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo, and I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. And I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress?
A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer.
A suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. And I've intended to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that.
Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo?
Oh, that's right. Best friend since junior high.
That sounds like me and Junie. So, what's Clay like?
Well, he was full of compassion and energy, and he had a really loud voice.
I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, Apollo, but you already don't have a character. Are you telling me you just kind of stolen character ness from Clay?
If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows.
You know, I bet you're right.
Seems like only yesterday. Clay was the guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut, and me a lawyer. We'd talk the night. We'd talk well in the night, and even when we grew tired of it.
Thank you for coming back, OBS. That was weird.
Apollo, about that jacket. Oh, it's Clay's.
How did you get it? Isn't that evidence?
I knew it. It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own, since he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it. But just as his dream was finally coming true, I still can't believe it. Apollo, I hope we don't try and carry the burden alone. I guess we're both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster. I guess you're right on some level.
Wow, that, I feel like I just got slapped across the fourth wall there.
That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. It was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up.
He was right during his screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That you're fine of his. That's why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? You're fine and I'm fine were like your two catchphrases, weren't they? Yes, they were the catchphrases. Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were just in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard.
Mom. Go away, Apollo. Don't come over here. Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either.
Yep.
Huh? You still got the stupid-ass fucking hat. I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But, you know, when I started to feel that way, I yelled at the top of my lungs. I holler, I'm fine. And you know what? Start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine. Come on, Clay, now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Terran is fine. There you go. Now we're both fine. Haha.
Yup. I'm not gonna get into the deep, psychoanalyzing here, but yup. This isn't repressing trauma in the slightest.
We're fine. We're fine. What are you laughing about? See? We're fine. You laugh first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine.
That's some grade A repression of trauma right there.
Thanks, Apollo.
When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. As long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there someone else who said something similar?
If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. So as long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight.
Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking leave of absence.
What? Wait, what do you mean by leave?
You're really serious? Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer. Myself.
But that's our goal too.
I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life. In my own way. You don't have a way. Take very good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye. That's not an answer. You're... What? Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye? I sensed a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also, suspicion. Oh, he's not walking out on us. I'm gonna go do something to him.
He's dodging the question. Just like Phoenix Wright would have done. Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths to the truth, we should arrive all the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay?
If he were here right now, Paula would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out to be fine tomorrow.
Lovely. To be continued. Hooray! Hooray, hooray. Save my current progress. Okay. Continue, yes. December 20th, 10:15 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 5. Oh, we're going straight to the courtroom. No lobby shenanigans whatsoever. We're just in there. Day 2. Court is now in session. Phoenix Wright versus Blackwell. Wow, we haven't been in you since the tutorial. Where's the judge? I suppose we can read the trial of Solomon Starbuck.
Objection!
Your Honor, could you please come out from under your bench? There are no more bombs. I promise.
Oh, yes, my apologies. I'm still a little jumpy when it comes to trials involving bombs. I mean, the first the courtroom exploded. But then Mr. Tenley self-destructed.
I guess that's one way to describe what happened to Tony.
But anyway, Mrs. Buses was seriously wounded by Mr. Tenley's actions. So you, Mr. Wright, will be taking up the defense? Do you have an understanding of what happened in the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense is ready.
Very well, Mr. Prosecutor's also ready. I'll take it as you'd like me to give you a quick statement this time.
Looks like the judge has become a pretty good mind reader.
Well, he certainly seems more than his fair share of colorful prosecutors. You could say this is something of a he's something of a veteran of sorts.
But please, in the previous part of this trial, we learned that the victim played parent. Escaped from Launch Pad 1 carrying the defendant Solomon Starbuck. They were expecting the second floor of the space better and on the rocket itself. There were explosions on the space area of the rocket itself. The two astronauts used Launch Pad 1 corridor to reach the morning lounge.
And
How could the victim climb down the ladder while he was carrying the defendant? That was a mystery that needed to be solved. But Mr. Dresser proved that the victim was killed in the morning lounge. Prosecutor Blackwell, were you able to discover any new facts related to this point?
upon further investigation, we discovered an oxygen tank fragment in the lounge. Surprisingly, it would appear that Justice Donner's argument was correct.
So that means the testimony of the first two people on the scene are suspect.
There were two people that claimed to be first on the scene. But can we really trust their statements?
Oh, let's see. Two people were Detective Candice Army and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yes, certainly possible. We might have to do a little bit more digging. And just as our team was about to cross-examine Detective Army, the courtroom bombing incident occurred, and the trial was put on hold. Oh, that accursed fellow! He killed my witness. He killed Detective Army.
He definitely put the kibosh, and anyone wanted to ask her about what she saw.
Exactly. In other words, the question of who killed the victim in the boarding lounge has once again become the main focus of the trial. It's obvious Prosecutor Blackwell still thinks it was Mr. Starbuck. Fulbright and Blackwell has a thing against that astronaut. Nevertheless, the defense argues that there was a third person in the lounge who killed the victim.
Objection!
To make such a reckless claim in the courtroom takes a bold man, or a stupid one. There was no third person in the boarding lounge. Or have you gone dotty already? Old man.
Objection!
We'll see who's doddering after I trounce you with my years of experience, little boy. In any case, Starbuck claims he saw someone leaving the lounge.
Furthermore, a Space Center employee also saw a suspicious figure at the scene.
Probably saw a third person.
Humph. I see my sister's been running her mouth. That's right, I almost forgot that Aura is Prosecutor Blackwell's sister. No matter, she didn't see this mystery person's face clearly. Furthermore, there is no evidence to indicate that this person was not the defendant. Guess that possibility that the figure was Mr. Starbuck is still there. In brief, we need to determine if a third person was there or not. To this end, we should hear the testimony of the third person who appeared on the scene.
Director Cosmos, huh?
Very well, please bring in the witness for the stand.
I'm getting hungry.
I believe I've seen you before in the newspaper.
Of course you have. Of course you have, for I am Yuri Cosmos. Director of the Cosmos Space Center, which was named after me. Yuri Cosmos.
What? Does that mean your name was fucking Yuri Okinawa?
Don't you have anything you wish to ask me?
Looks like he's all geared up to do some bragging.
7 years ago, I successfully launched the At-1 and... Everyone already knows how brilliant you are. Even I am trying to hold back my tears at the sight of such a great man standing before me. So could you please proceed directly to your important testimony?
I see this fine young man as a proper appreciation for greatness. Then allow me to begin my epochal testimony that will leave records in the annals of history.
Has to be the Prosecutor Blackwell's just now. Sound more like him he was poking fun at Director Cosmos.
It's probably for the best that it's sailed right over the director's head.
Well, Director Cosmos, the condensement of your illustrious testimony, please.
What I saw at the scene.
Detective Army and I rushed towards the boarding lounge together. We went via the control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. We saw a figure standing in the middle of the room and Darren lying on the floor. I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck. Frankly, so in your testimony you claim your mind was seen after the two had already escaped with a launch pad to the lounge. And just after the victim had been killed. Oh, the horror, the humanity. What I just said and what I saw. What I saw is what I said I saw. Courageous action to take in the face of such terrifying explosion, would you say? To save my men, I went personally into the epicenter of danger. Risking my own life for theirs. Ho ho ho!
Well, you know, sounds like the director really cares about his men.
Yeah, although it sounds more like he was scared and just had to peek from far away.
Where's the pet babe crossing down the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Director Cosmos' testimony is pretty vague. I'm gonna have to press him and draw out more information before I do anything else. Thank you for the tutorial, Phoenix. Well, I saw the scene.
Hold it!
Well, it was condensed, just as the judge asks. Where were you coming from?
The 6th floor. We were making sure any stragglers made their way to the 4th floor. It was then we heard about Starbuck and Terran heard back to the 3rd floor lounge. Oh my, galactic scooter here, of course.
Why'd you keep calling it galactic? Does it have something to do with space?
Of course, it's specifically designed to be used on galactic battleships.
I see.
Then I take it works in 0G2?
Sadly, no. With the current state of technology as it is, I'm afraid it would just float around and be galactically useless.
Well, that's a galactic bummer.
By the way, so you must the morning man with your space age pogo stick. And when you got with me, what did you say?
I mean, that's already a contradiction because the time they would have rushed in, they couldn't have because everything was already, the power was already off. So, oops.
Hold it!
Let's see. According to this diagram, you didn't have to go through the control room to get the boarding lounge 1. It looks like you could have just gone there from the southern corridor as well.
Yes, but in a haste, Detective Army rushed ahead of me towards the control room. All I could do was merely follow behind her.
I see.
So I peeked into the boarding lounge from the control room door and...
Hold it!
So you couldn't see who that figure was, clearly. What they were doing?
Sadly, the only thing I could see was that it was a person, standing motionless.
Oh, the defendant, no doubt, staring aghast at his deeds. What other explanation is there?
I'm so close, but without evidence, I can't prove the person, that person's the third party.
I don't relish in this, and...
Hold it!
Aura Blackwell also saw a suspicious figure in the lounge, but she gave the statement that it was too dark to see the person's face clearly. Did you see this person's face clearly?
No, not clearly. The light they were holding illuminated the area around their feet at the time. But other than that, I could see little else. That's why I couldn't see Taryn. That's why I could see Taryn, but I couldn't see who the other person was.
So for all you know, it might have not been Mr. Starbuck, is that correct?
I would like to believe that Mr. Starbuck isn't the type of man capable of murder.
Objection!
Look, when the witness entered the boarding lounge, there was no third person there. Isn't that correct? Great Space Center Director.
Yes, that's right. Only Starbuck and Taryn were there by the time. After we peeked in, the lounge suddenly went dark, and the figure vanished.
You mean they disappeared? That's odd.
Objection!
Oh, the reason the figure appeared to vanish is because it was the defendant. When the witnesses were looking, he fell into the floor and feigned unconsciousness.
Hold it!
Hold on. Director Cosmos, did you ever take your eyes off the scene?
Just for a brief instant. But as long as it takes for a shooting star to go by.
So you took your eyes off the scene, then a third person could have escaped during that time.
But what escape room? Because this person is used.
The direct opposite of the control room, the southern door to the elevators. There's no security lock on that door, so it would have been possible to escape that way.
Objection!
All things are possible, right, Dono? But the real question is, do you have any proof?
Well...
Oh, if we're just talking about possibilities, we could even profess whatever we like. An inmate who used to be a university professor and a lunar researcher used to say that there is a kingdom of little green men who live under the surface of the moon.
As long as they don't push us into the name of said moon, for what we've done to it.
But I say, where is your proof that this quaint kingdom exists?
He's calling your theory a work of fiction, boss.
And he's right, I don't have any proof yet, still. The southern door was a possible escape route, I better make a mental note of that.
Director Cosmos, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why'd you look away from the boarding lounge?
Ha ha! There's actually another tale of bravery behind an answer to that. That's when Detective Army saw the figure and raised a gun. Being a great humanitarian and protector of mankind, I tried to stop her.
What? You say Detective Army raised her gun as soon as she saw the figure?
I imagine her instincts as detective told her they were a killer.
I don't know about that. And you were able to prevent Detective Army from firing her gun?
I'm afraid I was too late. I was unable to stop her. She identified herself clearly and then... she fired 2 warning shots at the shadowy figure.
With information about Detective Army's actions that sounds critically important. We've added for your testimony.
Detective Army fired 2 warning shots at the figure.
Hold it!
And neither of these 2 shots hit the culprit?
That's correct. The detective appears to have missed on purpose.
But did she really? There's something about this that bothers me. So Detective Army fired 2 warning shots, did she? That first time the info has come out, I wonder if it has any inconsistencies.
All right. Let's see here.
Objection!
Nope, that was not it. That was not the contradiction. Yep, that is not it.
Objection!
Okay, that one was it. I don't see where this is going.
Are you sure you weren't actually paying attention to what Detective Army was doing?
You doubt my words. And that will someday be written down in history books.
Somehow I don't think that those exact words will ever be written down in any history books.
Mr. Mike, would you please explain yourself so that we can all can understand?
You say the Detective Army fired 2 warning shots, and yet only 1 bullet hole was ever found at the scene.
What?
Only 1 bullet hole means the gun was only fired once. And yet, Director Cosmos is saying that Army fired 2 shots. No editor would allow such a glaring contradiction in a history book.
Phoenix, we found the bullet. Where are you going with this?
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, the witness's words are true. We confirm that 2 shots were fired from Detective Army's gun.
Objection!
But there was only 1 bullet hole at the scene. So where did the other bullet hole vanish to? Oh, Jesus!
You should know the answer to that already.
I should.
During the previous trial, a certain oxygen tank was presented as evidence. We already discussed that it was ruptured in the lounge, have we not? Well, it appears that the thing that ruptured it was a bullet. A bullet was found near the tank, to be precise. This bullet was fired from a .38 caliber gun, the same caliber as the detective's gun.
What? Interesting. So what's the 10mm bullet doing?
The rifling marks also match up. There is no question that the bullet was fired from Detective Army's gun.
Rifling box. Probably like a guy's fingerprints with a bullet, correct?
One bullet is big, one is small.
And a gambling rifling box and a bullet could tell us where it was fired from.
One of the bullets the detective fired found its way into the holographic image display, and the other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. Oh, the evidence confirms the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots. My beautiful contradiction. Gone. All gone.
So the bullet was from a 38 caliber. I better update the record.
Very good. Well, we almost waited both shots. Detective Bobby fired. Mr. Wright, does this clear up all of your questions?
Detective Army fired 2 warning shots. One hit the holographic display and the other hit the oxygen tank. Does that really clear up everything about what happened at the scene?
No?
No, Your Honor, it doesn't. Detective Army fired 2 warning shots from a 38 caliber gun. But that doesn't explain the existence of a certain piece of evidence found at the scene. A piece that points to the existence of a third person. Oh?
Very well, but we'll keep us waiting, Mr. Wright. What piece of evidence possesses the possibility of a third person at the scene?
The smaller bullet.
Take that!
What is this metal pellet supposed to be?
This little something of great importance we found at the scene, Your Honor. You found it where? In a floor gutter at the crime scene. Looks like police and prosecution both missed it. Furthermore, this is a .10 caliber bullet, making it much smaller than the one Detective Army's 38 caliber.
Well, that means...
Exactly. One more person must have been there in the lounge. A third person whose gun that could only fire .10 caliber bullets.
He looks so short while on the fucking moped.
And if that's true, that explains why Detective Army fired warning shots. The third person fired at Detective Army and Director Cosmos with their gun. In return, Detective Army fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos?
Oh, looks like you've introduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us.
What? You never breathed a word of any of this to me before.
Well, all great men have a secret or two, don't they?
Foolish old geezer. So Director Cosmos really had been hiding the presence of a third person all along. Director Cosmos, I want you to testify to the court about what you really saw.
We may be a very great man, but in the courtroom, you're just another witness. You won't receive personal treatment here. Now please, give accurate testimony.
We'll keep going a bit longer, just to lengthen out the stream because of the call earlier.
Detective Army and I rushed to the control room together. In the lounge, we saw figures standing in the middle of the room, then tearing on the floor. We were still in the courtroom when, to the east, when the figure fired at us.
There was no third person in the lounge, so when the witness mentioned it. Does that mean the person who fired the gun had to have been the defendant?
Not necessarily. It's still possible that it was someone else. Most likely, as soon as Detective Army and Director Cosmos discovered this person, they escaped through the southern door, and the one that didn't have the security lock.
Objection!
Also, you didn't find the gun!
A double-edged swords are tricky, a lot mishandling one. A mishandle and one, and it's time to cut you down.
Huh?
Your reasoning could apply to Space Boy as the killer as well. Think about it. After being discovered, he could have fired the .10 caliber gun. Detective Army would have responded by firing 2 warning shots. All he had to do was feign unconsciousness to invent the possibility of a third person.
But Mr. Starbuck didn't have a gun in his possession when he was found by the police. Nor has a gun been found at the crime scene. Hey, there you go. Yeah. Its absence can only be explained if there was a third party who took it with them.
Objection!
Recall the existence of a trash chute in the boarding lounge. The defendant could have simply thrown the gun down the chute.
Objection!
But you can't deny the possibility of a third person leaving
Objection!
leaving with the weapon.
It is up to you to prove that possibility. And I trust you haven't forgotten my little piece of decisive evidence.
What evidence?
Why, the detonator switch was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, naturally. The most compelling evidence of all tells us he is the culprit.
Okay, but that contradicts with your previous statement in the fact that he should have, if he threw the gun down the trash chute, it stands to reason he would have also thrown the bomb switch down there.
I did forget all about that.
Look, your boldness, how deliciously obvious it is they lack evidence to rival mine.
Oh, he sliced through out the person theory to ribbons and just served us up like that.
Yes, well, I have a question of my own, actually. That bullet in the mysterious bigger spot. What did it hit exactly?
It hit me.
Well, so does that mean you're a ghost?
I was wondering when you would realize your boldness. Oh, Director Cosmos is an authentic bona fide ghost. He can even pass through walls.
Objection!
I'll prosecute Blackville. Shame on you for teasing a nice old man.
Oh, your boldness, it was all in jest. Please show yourself again.
Blackwell, you can't say that. This man saw a literal ghost in court.
Are you sure? Well, in that case, how would you manage to imply being shot, Mr. Cosmos?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It was a miracle. A miracle to befitting a great history-making figure such as myself. The bullet hit my glorious Medal of Honor, whereby it ricocheted, saving my life.
Oh, that's been visible from the very start. That's fun.
What?
That's unbelievable.
I have to check this out. Oh, wow, look at that. There's an extra galaxy star.
The odds are literally astronomical. I guess it really was America. Oh, that's not an extra star. That's just the bullet.
I was beginning to really feel like Cosmos is watching out for Director Cosmos.
But why do you conceal this information, Director Cosmos?
A great man such as myself has to hide things on occasion, no matter how much it hurts. It is a plight to the truly great. It may be hard for this generation to understand.
I don't know, but it sounds fishy to me. What else is he hiding?
Let's just cross-examine him and see what we can find out.
Oh, brother, Mr. Mike, your cross-examination, please.
What I really saw at the scene.
Hold it!
We've already heard all about that part. Do you have any new information?
Well, let me see. If you have an hour or two, I could tell you all about the Hot One miracle.
Hold it!
We already know all about that too. Could you tell us something about related to the incident?
I see. You want to know about incidents? Well then let me tell you about how many incidents that made me who I am today. Yes, if you have the time, I will tell you all about my upbringing of this great man.
Hold it!
You told us all about that already as well. What we need now is your testimony.
Did I really already tell you all about my upbringing? I don't recall doing so.
Director Cosmos, perhaps you could save your beautiful tales for later.
If I must. Well, I peeked into the control door and...
But it was so dark you couldn't see the figure's face, is that right?
Yes, the room was deep and dark as outer space itself. Speaking of outer space, during the Act 1 launch 7 years ago,
If it's all about the Hat 1 miracle again, you can sort off and tell it to a stray mat.
oh, excellent idea. No reason why the animals of the world shouldn't hear about my greatness.
And so they shall, but first your testimony. What happened next?
Let me check something, actually. And by check something, I mean save the video game before I do something silly. Control room. The door locked to the east. It can only be operated by the director. Backup power lets it function even when the power goes out. So that's not a contradiction.
Hold it!
So in other words, you were fired at while you were in the control room door?
That is correct.
There's something not quite right about that. Dr. Cosmos, the bullet this person fired hit you, isn't that right?
Yes, it was a miracle. A miracle befitting a great history-making figure such as myself. The bullet was fired at me while I was in the control room. But as the Cosmos would have it, the bullet bounced off my glorious Medal of Honor.
In that case, the bullet should have wound up somewhere in the control room door.
Okay, so Director Cosmos is in the control room to the east. And while he was there, he was shot by someone with a 10 caliber gun. But the bullet is metal, and he was able to escape with his life. He's a very lucky man. No wonder people think he's great.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky myself. So if he's such a great man, then I'm a king of all cosmos.
Haha.
Okay, but the bullet was not found near there. It was found on the other side of the room.
Objection!
Director Cosmos, I believe you're telling the court a glorious lie.
A great man like me tell a lie. Have you ever heard such a thing in all of history?
My accusation is based on the possibility of the two people who were there in the lounge. According to your testimony, you and Detective Army were near the control room door, and the mystery figure was standing in the middle of the boarding lounge. If, as you say, the figure fired a gun at you from that position, then the bullet would have traveled in this direction. However, we found the .10 caliber bullet here.
Oh,
This trajectory and where the bullet actually found contradict each other. So, Director Cosmos, where were you really when you were being shot at?
Gah!
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human merry-go-round.
Objection!
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten already. Oh, didn't the witness himself tell you? The bullet hit his medal. Of this, there is no mistake.
Objection!
But in that case, the bullet would have been found near the east side of the room. Are you trying to say that you can explain this inconsistency?
Of course.
I didn't think so. What?
Oh, great Director Cosmos.
Yes. Is there something you'd like me to expound upon?
Oh, you were in fact not in the control room in the east, were you? You were looking into the lounge from the east door to the south, is that not right?
Gah!
What are you getting at?
Oh, use your own brain. Your head must have some use other than housing that bird's nest.
Bird's nest? Why does everyone pick on my hair?
Oh, the Director Cosmos and Detective Army witnessed the scene from the southern door. The killer fired at them, and that is why the bullet was found in this house. Ah, that makes some sense, actually. So, the witness being at the southern door is a rather favorable for the prosecution. Uh-huh. I've got a bad feeling about this. How is it how about the director? If you don't tell the truth this time.
Yikes! These handcuffs?
You become a but rust on my sword. I relish the chance to cut down a great man.
Alright, I'll tell you. Yeah, just put your sword away. Well, you're correct. All the greater Cosmos was looking at the room from the southern door.
What?
Oh, that's complete opposite of the testimony he's given so far.
And now you've lost your possibility that a third party was in the room.
I have. How? Phoenix, come on, you already know this.
Oh, the director and the detectives were near the southern door. Meaning the killer could have escaped through there. The western door required print recognition. The corridor beyond was filled with smoke. The only escape route left was the eastern control room door. And the only way to get through there was with Director Cosmos' fingerprints. In short, there would be no escape route for a third person to have been there.
No, but we go back to the trash chute.
My third person just disappeared like one of Trucy's tricks.
Roger, bordering the court. Dr. Cosmos, why'd you tell us that rapist by?
You were covering for the defendant. Isn't that right?
Yes. It was all for the love of my men. If I said I was in the eastern control room, it would mean the culprit could have escaped through the southern door. It would have meant that there could have been a third person. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said that I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
What a convoluted lie! Was he really covering for the defendant?
It looks like we've come to a conclusion. But in Prince's argument, the possibility of a third person has crumbled.
No!
It's all over.
Yikes. I'm just about to hand down his verdict. Think, Phoenix, think. It's a perfect time to try and turn my thinking around. If the third person has no way to escaping the scene, then what if one of the people at the scene was the third person? Wait. What if the whole premise is all wrong? Director Cosmos said he and Detective Army rushed to the scene together. But what if that premise isn't true? What if one of them reached the scene before the other one? And if that person entered the lounge, then they would have been the third person.
That's not what I was going for, but okay.
The defendant was the only one who could have killed the victim and dropped the director. There doesn't appear to be any room left for an argument against these claims. I will now read my verdict.
Objection!
Please wait, Your Honor. There is still one possibility.
Well, this better be good, Mr. Bright.
There is one and only one person who could have escaped from the scene. And that person would be the first person who arrived at the scene. Then upon entering the boarding lounge, the second person to arrive came via the southern door. That's why the first person fled from the room, using the escape route that was accessible only to them.
Very well, let's hear more about this theory. Who did one person could have escaped from the boarding lounge?
Yuri Cosmos.
Take that!
But that... Mr. Bright, what are you claiming here?
Of all the people who were at the scene, only the witness could have escaped. The director is the only person with the authority to open the control room door, after all.
But that means...
Exactly. The true identity of the third person is our current witness. Director Yuri Cosmos.
Oh!
What?
What?
I said that Director Cosmos arrived at the scene before Detective Army and entered the boarding lounge alone. Detective Army arrived after that and saw a suspicious figure who was actually Director Cosmos standing in the lounge. That's when she fired those 2 warning shots.
God, I've been hit on the starboard side.
Damn right. It's direct hit in the enemy starship, sir. Magnificent shot.
Warning shots fired from the enemy ship. Prepare to intercept. Cosmos! You have told a lie in this coast once again. Oh, I've been hit at the port side. Enemy is called in reinforcements.
We're at the Cosmos Control Center, requesting permission to ask you to return to reality.
Mama said we'll not go down with anything less than ultimate weapon of evidence.
Objection!
I do have evidence, in fact. You could say that your battleship bears its scar. If Director Cosmos is the third person that Aura Blackwell saw, the third person fired at Detective Army and Director Cosmos with their gun. In return, Detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos?
Ah, it looks like you've deduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Mystery person fired upon us.
Director Cosmos must have been the one who fired the 10 caliber gun. When Detective Army discovered him at the lounge, it only makes sense that he would have turned and shot at her. Therefore, the evidence of the director's body is a different kind of relevance than before. Once we compare it against another piece of evidence, the mark that you receive from this third party will be all the proof we need to prove that you were the one in the lounge.
Brace for further impact.
Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were the one at the scene of the lounge.
I believe it's this bullet.
Take that!
The .38 caliber bullet found on the floor of the scene of the crime didn't hit the oxygen tank. It hit the Director Cosmos's metal. If we have that ricochet mark on the metal analyzed, I'm sure the caliber will match up. And if that mark proves to be from a .38 caliber bullet, it'll prove that you were the third person we've been looking for.
God, this bridge destroyed, losing altitude, all hands abandoned ship.
Well, that's true, but what about the bullet that hit the oxygen tank?
It was the 10 caliber bullet. In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, Director?
Now you go all wrong. Well, the engine started again. It's a miracle. I'm not going down yet.
British, stop this way once to compress the truth.
If you don't want the history books to say you're a great man, that a great man was a great liar,
Now accept your fate and tell the truth.
Are you giving me orders? Me, the great director of Cosmos Space Center. Go! But it is the Cosmos revolves around me!
Him spinning there.
Oh, someone get me off this thing!
Porter, Corporal, please, someone please stop doing this from spinning. Phew, thank goodness we were able to stop him from spinning off the face of the earth.
while he was twirling, I took the liberty of running analysis on the mark of the metal. It was made by a .38 caliber bullet, matching with the size of Detective Army's firearm.
Oh.
Are you ready to compress the truth with us?
No, you got it all wrong. It's just a misunderstanding.
Is he gonna start piling on more lies?
Looks like it. No matter how many lies he tells, I'll just expose them one by one. I'll make the big liar tell the truth.
Oh, shit, okay. That's a place to put a to be continued. Okay. Yep, that happened. That's a perfect place to end the stream, actually. I was looking for a place to end. I was like, all right, I'll do it at the next cross-examination. But no, we literally got an endpoint. Okay. Sure. I'm not entirely sure where this is going because I don't believe for a fucking second that it's Yuri Cosmos. I believe there had to have been... Yeah, I don't think it's Yuri Cosmos. That's too easy. It's way, way too easy that he would have, A, killed him. So, and there's way too many players in place already. Yuri Cosmos is too easy. But with that being said, thank you all so much for coming by. I had a great time. Which is a weird thing to say because it actually was kind of interesting. They managed to pick the case back up half decently. Even if I do feel like there are some little writing mistakes here and there, like, it's not terrible. And that is a weird thing to say. I don't actually believe what's coming out of my mouth, but yes, the turnabout space is not the worst. All right, we take those. So, with that being said, let's go see if we can raid. This case is kind of weird, but better than the previous two. Yes! Oh! Are you over pending? So, with that being said, thank you all so much for coming by. It was a great time. I'm gonna go send the Twitch crowd over to pending. He is playing some Steins Gate with some friends. Hope you all enjoy that, and I will see you all tomorrow for the continuation of this nonsense. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bada bing, bada